So this is the second lesson, second online lesson on the man who turned into a stick by Kobo. It's a short one-act play. ഇന്നലെ നമ്മൾ പഠിച്ചത് ഇതാണ്. There are two characters on the stage. The hippie boy and the hippie girl. The couple, the duo, the two characters, they are seated in front of a department store that is in the background. You're just sitting. Since they are hippies, well, not like ordinary people. They have a different sort of lifestyle from the ordinary. So they are just a blank look on their face with their eyes fixed in the infinity. And they are sitting there, sniffing glue, as the playwright suggests. Just indifferent. Nothing particular in their mind. All on a sudden, a stick falls from above. So they say they had a very, very narrow escape, a hair-breadth escape. And then the man from the hell and the woman from the hell, they enter the stage from left and right of the stage. The hippie boy was startled because he was about to be hit by the falling stick, and it was very, very dangerous. He says, well, they just sit there discussing, the hippie boy and the hippie girl, they just sit there, discussing the matter, that is the incident that occurred just a few seconds ago. Then the man from the hell and the woman from the hell, they recite some poetic lines, ചെറിയ കവിതകൾ. The moon is in the sky and the stick is in the gutter, and just like that. Then which do you suppose is the accident? When something hits you or when something misses, they have a sort of discussion like this. Then again, at the same time, the man from the hell and the woman from the hell, they continue reciting their poetic verses. Then the hippie boy picks up the stick and he taps ഒരു ചെണ്ടയുടെ കോലായിട്ട് അതുപയോഗിച്ച് ഒരു ചെറിയൊരു താളം പിടിക്കുന്നു. ആ താളം പിടിക്കുമ്പോൾ ഈ പാട്ട് ഏതാണ് എന്ന് നിനക്ക് അറിയാമോ എന്ന് ചോദിക്കുന്നു. Oh yes, it's that famous song. Suddenly അവര് അതിനകത്ത് ആ ഒരു just indifferent, something happened, then they discuss it, nothing else. Suddenly they look up, the hippie girl and the hippie boy, they look up. മുകളിലേക്ക് നോക്കിയപ്പോഴത്തേക്ക് ഒരു പയ്യൻ അവിടെ നിൽക്കുന്നതായിട്ട് കാണുന്നു. ഓ ഇത് അവനായിരിക്കണം ഒരു പക്ഷേ എറിഞ്ഞത്. അപ്പം ഇതാണ് അതിൻ്റെ ഒരു തുടക്കം. ഓർമ്മയുണ്ടാവും നമ്മളുടെ ഈ നാടകത്തിൻ്റെ ബിഗിനിങ് ഓർമ്മയുണ്ടല്ലോ അല്ലേ? അപ്പം പ്രധാനമായിട്ടും നമ്മൾ ഒന്ന് പറയാം ഇത്രയും പറഞ്ഞത്. Alright.
Yes, sir.
So we saw 4 characters. The first character, the hippie boy. He's standing on the footpath, the sidewalk. A stick falls. It just misses him, and he's angry. So, at the same time, he becomes, slightly attached. ഇതിനോട് ചെറിയൊരു അറ്റാച്ച്മെന്റ് അവന് തോന്നുന്നത് പോലെ. കാരണം പിന്നീട് അവർ വില പറയുന്നുണ്ട്, ഇതിന് കൊടുക്കുമോ എന്നൊക്കെ ചോദിക്കുന്നുണ്ട്. Those people, the man from the hell and the woman from the hell. Then there is a hippie girl. രണ്ടാമത്തെ കഥാപാത്രം, the hippie boy and the hippie girl. രണ്ടാമത്തെ കഥാപാത്രം hippie girl. So he is a partner. Well, hippie boy is more dominant. നമുക്കറിയാം, like it's a patriarchal male, patriarchal society. So sometimes he gets angry with him. So he is a dominating figure. Then there is the man from the hell and the woman from the hell. മൂന്നാമത്തെ നാലാമത്തെ കഥാപാത്രങ്ങളാണ്. Well, they are from the hell. So magical realism comes into play. They are from the hell. They are not from the earth. So they are on a mission. So he is the supervisor. Man from the hell is the supervisor, and the woman from the hell, she is an apprentice. She is a trainee. What are they doing? അവരിവിടെ കണക്കെടുക്കുകയാണ്. Because they are taking account of the people who change into different objects, especially stick. ഈ വടിയായി മാറുന്ന ആളുകളുടെ കണക്കെടുത്തുകൊണ്ടിരിക്കുകയാണ്. അതാണ് അവരുടെ ലക്ഷ്യം. But the man from the hell is more rational. He is more rational and he is more logical. But the woman from the hell is a little bit, emotional. She has feelings, a little bit sensitive. And it is quite natural, the difference between the man and the woman, the boy and a girl. So he is more logical, and the girl is a little bit emotional. അപ്പോൾ നമ്മൾ 4 കഥാപാത്രങ്ങളെ കണ്ടു. Hippie boy, hippie girl, man from hell, and the woman from the hell. And there is one more character. ആരാണെന്ന് നമുക്കറിയാം. That is the stick. A stick speaks to itself. സ്വയം സംസാരിക്കുന്നുണ്ട്. And the stick falls from the roof. And we can see the sun above. A boy was standing there. Of course, it is his son. And it is the man, the boy's father, who turned into a stick. So he's dying. So he has turned into a stick. Appo, the man from the hell and the woman from the hell, they are taking count of the people who transform themselves into different objects, change into sticks. They are taking count of such people. ഇതാണ് അതിൻ്റെ രംഗം. ക്ലിയർ ആണല്ലോ അല്ലേ? Shall we proceed?
Yes, sir.
Can you see the text? ടെക്സ്റ്റ് കാണാൻ കഴിയുന്നുണ്ടോ?
No, sir, കാണാൻ പറ്റുന്നില്ല.
ഇപ്പൊ
കാണാം.
Right, good. So we proceed. We are on page number 3, isn't it? Because the man from hell Yes, page number, towards the end of the second page and the start of the third page, where the man from the hell is singing a song, reciting a verse, a poem. The man from the hell, well, walks slowly towards the stage center. നമുക്കറിയാം, the man from hell, he entered the stage from left and the woman from the right. അവർ രണ്ടുപേരും മെല്ലെ ഈ കവിതയും പാടിക്കൊണ്ട് മെല്ലെ ഇങ്ങനെ സ്റ്റേജിന്റെ നടുക്കോട്ട് ഇങ്ങനെ വന്നുകൊണ്ടിരിക്കുകയാണ്. Walks slowly toward stage center, man from hell, and he recites a poem, a verse. The moon is the recitation, the song, the poem is about, it is about two things. Number one, about the moon in the sky, and number two, the stick in the gutter. So stick in the gutter. Remember the color of the moon. Normally, ordinarily, moon is something very, very beautiful. A very, very beautiful object. Moon, especially the full moon. It's a very beautiful sight. But here, it is pictured as something dull. The sky, the color of cement. Again, the crescent was compared to a sickle, a tool, a knife that is peeling the skin of fate. വിധിയുടെ തൊലി ഇങ്ങനെ മുറിച്ചു മാറ്റിക്കൊണ്ടിരിക്കുന്ന ഒരു അരിവാള്. Very, very strange, bizarre comparisons, similes. So look at the poem. The moon is forgotten. The moon is forgotten. Well, nobody cares about the moon because they are talking about something else. They are engaged in another topic. The moon is forgotten. In a sky, the color of cement, look at that. The gray color is the color of death, because they are man from the hell and the woman from hell. And the stick, what about the second object, the stick? It lies forgotten. So the moon is forgotten. It lies in the sky. That is cement color. And the stick lies forgotten. It lies there where? Down in the gutter. Now, woman from the hell, she also walks in the same deliberate fashion towards stage center. അപ്പോൾ രണ്ടുപേരും ഇങ്ങനെ കവിതയും ചൊല്ലിക്കൊണ്ട് ഇങ്ങനെ മെല്ലെ സ്റ്റേജിന്റെ സെന്ററിലേക്ക് ഇങ്ങനെ നടന്നു വരികയാണ്. So she recites, the woman from hell recites almost the same poem. The stick lies forgotten in the gutter. The streets from above form a whirlpool, churi. And a boy is searching. We saw a boy standing on the rooftop, and the woman is talking about that boy. She is describing, relating, narrating the situation. A boy is searching for his vanished father, the father who disappeared. We saw a stick coming from above, falling down from above. Well, it is the stick, the man who was dying, who turned into a stick. And the boy who was standing there on the rooftop, suddenly he realizes that he has lost his father. He might have seen his father falling down. So he is talking from there. Well, a boy is searching for his vanished, disappeared father. Man and woman from hell, they meet at a center stage. They meet at a center stage. രണ്ടുപേരും സെന്ററിന്റെ ഈ സ്റ്റേജിന്റെ മധ്യഭാഗത്ത് വന്നു. Several feet behind the hippie boy and the hippie girl. നമുക്കറിയാം, the hippie boy and the hippie girl, they are sitting where? On the sidewalk curb, footpathന്റെ ആ ഓരത്ത് ഇരിക്കുകയാണ്. അവരുടെ പുറകുവശത്തായിട്ട് the man from hell and the woman from hell, they have placed themselves just as they finish this recitation of a piece of verse, man from hell, in an extremely matter-of-fact tones, because man from hell is more, reasonable and logical. So he is very straightforward. He is not in a mood usually. He is not humorous. He is not witty. Very straightforward, matter-of-fact. So man from hell talks. It wouldn't surprise me if this time we happened to have arrived exactly where we intended. ഇത്തവണ നമ്മൾ ഉദ്ദേശിച്ച സ്ഥലത്ത് തന്നെയാണ് എത്തിയിരിക്കുന്നത് എന്നുള്ള കാര്യത്തിൽ തർക്കമില്ല. ഇതാണ് അവൻ പറയുന്നത്. അപ്പോ the man from hell and the woman from hell, we know what they are doing. They are on a mission. They are coming from hell. നരകത്തിൽ നിന്ന് വന്നേക്കാണ്. ഇവിടെ മരിക്കുമ്പോൾ മറ്റു വസ്തുക്കളായിട്ട് മാറുന്ന ആളുകളുടെ കണക്കെടുക്കാൻ വേണ്ടി വന്നേക്കാണ് ഇവര്. അവരുടെ ഡ്യൂട്ടിയാണ്. ഹി ഈസ് എ സൂപ്പർവൈസർ. Man from hell, he is a superior officer, whereas the woman from hell is a trainee. She is an apprentice. So she has a notebook and she writes reports. Well, that is her duty. She is supposed to write a report. So this time we have arrived. It wouldn't surprise me if this time ഇത്തവണ നമ്മൾ വന്നിരിക്കുന്ന സ്ഥലം തെറ്റിയിട്ടില്ല. We have made no mistake. We have arrived. We have reached the right place. We happen to have arrived exactly where we intended. Well, we made no mistake. Now, woman from hell opens a large notebook because she writes reports. This time, the time is precisely 22 minutes and 10 seconds before she notes the time of their arrival, the time of the occurrence of the incident. Man from hell, looking at his wristwatch, on the button means punctually, exactly, the right time, on the button. He arrived at 5:20 on the button. എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ കൃത്യം 5:20 വന്നതാണ്. On the button means punctually, exactly. So he looks at his watch and he confirms what? On the button. That is the time that she mentioned. Woman from hell suddenly notices the stick in hippie boy's hand. തൊട്ടടുത്ത് നിൽക്കുന്ന ആ പയ്യന്റെ കയ്യിൽ ആ വടി ഇരിക്കുന്നത് അവൾ കാണും. ആര്? The woman from hell. I wonder, could that be the stick? അതല്ലേ ആ വടി അതല്ലേ? Could that be the stick? Man from hell, rather perplexed, a little bit confused. If it is, അതാണെങ്കിൽ, നമ്മൾ ഉദ്ദേശിക്കുന്ന വടിയാണ് അതെങ്കിൽ, we have got a most peculiar obstacle in our path. Oh, there is some problem in our path. ഇത് കണ്ടുപിടിക്കണമല്ലോ. If it is right. Now, so there is a little bit of some problems are there. So man from hell walks up to hippie boy and talks to him, addresses him from behind, over his shoulder. അവന്റെ പുറകിൽ നിന്നിട്ട് അവനോട് say, pal, സുഹൃത്തേ, where did you get that stick? Where did you get that stick? Hippie boy. ഹിപ്പി നമുക്കറിയാമല്ലോ. അപ്പൊ man from hell ചോദിക്കുകയാണ്, where did you get that stick? ഇവൻ മൈൻഡ് ചെയ്യുന്നില്ല. ഹിപ്പി അവനതൊന്നും വലിയ കാര്യമല്ല. He just throws him a sharp glance but does not answer. ഒരു നോട്ടം, and he gives no reply. Woman from hell, she intervenes. Lying in the gutter, wasn't it? അവനിൽ നിന്നൊരു they are trying to elicit an answer from the boy. അത് ആ ഗട്ടറിൽ കിടക്കുകയായിരുന്നില്ലേ? She's just persuading him to give an answer. Hippie girl, അവൻ മിണ്ടിയില്ല. ഓടാ എന്നുള്ള രീതിയിൽ അവനോട് ഇരിക്കുകയാണ്. Just doesn't care. The hippie boy. But girl gives an answer. The girl says, it fell from the roof. അയ്യോ അല്ല, അതവിടെ കിടന്നതല്ല. The stick was not lying in the gutter. It fell from the roof. Oh, we had a hair-breadth escape. ഞങ്ങള് തലനാരിഴയ്ക്ക് രക്ഷപ്പെട്ടതാ, കഷ്ടിച്ച്. Woman from hell, delighted. ഓ, അവൾക്ക് സന്തോഷമായി. കാര്യം എന്താ? Delighted to have her theory confirmed. അവരിങ്ങനെ ഈ രീതിയിൽ മരിക്കുന്ന ആളുകളുടെ കണക്കെടുക്കാൻ വന്ന ആളുകളല്ലേ. അപ്പൊ ഇവിടെ വടി കണ്ടിട്ട് വന്നതാണ്. വടി കണ്ട് സംശയം. അപ്പോ ഏകദേശം അവർ പറയുന്ന കാര്യങ്ങൾ ഏതാണ്ട് ശരിയായി വരുന്നുണ്ട്. She is a little bit happy, delighted to have her theory confirmed because they know that they are at the right place. They are taking count of the people who change into objects at the time of death. So they now feel, they are now almost certain that they are at the right place. Delighted to have her theory confirmed. I knew it. Woman from hell says, I knew it. എനിക്കറിയാമായിരുന്നു. Now she talks to the man from hell. Sir, because he is her superior, supervisor. Sir, it was this stick as I suspected. Yes, it was this stick. Man from hell to hippie boy. Sorry to bother you. ക്ഷമിക്കണം സുഹൃത്തെ. Sorry to bother you. But would you mind handing me that stick? ഒന്ന് തരാമോ ആ വടി? Woman from hell. I'm sure you don't need it especially. അതൊരാവശ്യമില്ലാത്തല്ലേ. It's a stick after all. Come on, hand it over to us. Then hippie boy, I don't know about that. അതെനിക്കറിയത്തില്ല. ഏതാ? What she said, I'm sure you don't need it especially. നിനക്ക് ആവശ്യമില്ലല്ലോ എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞത് ആവശ്യമുണ്ടോ ഇല്ലയോ എന്നുള്ളത് എനിക്കറിയത്തില്ല. Man from hell, we are making a survey. ഞങ്ങളൊരു സർവേ എടുത്തുകൊണ്ടിരിക്കുക. A little investigation. We know they are taking a survey. They are taking count of the people who turn into objects at the time of death. They are from hell. They are on a task. They are, an Earth's duty squad. They are members of the squad. And he is the supervisor. The man is the supervisor. And the woman is a trainee. We are making a survey, a little investigation. Hippie girl, you from the police? Police are man from hell. The woman from it. No, not exactly. You can't say that. You can't call us policemen. No, not exactly. Now, man from hell interrupting. But you are not far off. Your guess, it's almost right. പറഞ്ഞ അത്ര തെറ്റല്ല. You are not far off. You are not far away from what? The truth. That is his guess that these people are from the police department. You are not far off. Hippie boy, liars, കള്ളന്മാരാ. You are the ones. You are the people who threw the stick at us. ഇത് നീയൊക്കെയല്ലേ ഞങ്ങളുടെ നേർക്ക് എറിഞ്ഞത്? And now you are trying to suppress the evidence. You are trying to destroy the evidence. You think I am going to play your game? Fat chance. No chance. നിന്റെയൊക്കെ പണി എനിക്കില്ല. We are not liars like you. Fat chance. There is no chance. We can't play your game. Now he beating out a rhythm with a stick. He taps a rhythm with a stick. And he starts to hum. മൂളിപ്പാട്ട് പാടുന്നു. The melody the hippie girl was singing. അവൾ പാടിക്കൊണ്ടിരുന്ന ആ പാട്ട്. He starts humming the song and he also taps the rhythm with the stick. Man from hell in mollifying tones just is trying to to calm him down. And പെട്ടെന്ന് he got very angry. The hippie boy became very angry, so he's just trying down to calm down, to cool down his spirits. Now mollifying to cooling him down. If you really suspect us, the man from hell, I would be glad to go with you to the police station. സംശയം ഉണ്ടെങ്കിൽ നമുക്ക് അങ്ങോട്ട് police സ്റ്റേഷനിലേക്ക് പോവാം. ആര് പറയുന്നു? Man from hell. If you doubt, if you suspect that we are from the police station, well, come with us. We'll go to the police station and verify. Hippie boy, don't try to wheedle your way around me. വേണ്ട, മണിയടിക്കണ്ട, എന്നെ തണുപ്പിക്കാൻ നോക്കണ്ട. Don't just try to influence me. Wheedle. Don't try to influence me. Your way around me. Hippie girl looks up. Suddenly she notices a boy standing there. I think that was the kid we saw a little while ago. I think that was the kid. He's not there anymore. അവനെ കാണുന്നില്ലല്ലോ. What happened to the boy who was standing on the rooftop? He has disappeared. He has vanished. Where did he go? Where is he now? He's not there now. Hippie boy, you shut up. He becomes very tough. Shut up, don't talk. Woman from hell, animatedly. Oh, she has become very lively, very active. That's right. What? There was a child. Watching everything, wasn't there? There was a child on the roof. He was watching everything. From the rails there, from the railing up on the roof. ആ വേലിക്കെട്ട് മുകളിലുള്ള ചെറിയൊരു rails. അവിടെ ചാരി ഒരു പയ്യൻ നിൽപ്പുണ്ടായിരുന്നു. And didn't you hear him calling his father? അച്ഛാ എന്ന് വിളിക്കുന്നത് കേട്ടില്ലേ? In a frightened, numb little voice. Didn't you hear him calling his father? He was a little bit frightened. ഭയന്ന് ഇങ്ങനെ മരവിച്ച്. Because of course his father was dying, and it is the dead father, the dying father, the father who was dead, who fell down in the form of, he changed into a stick. Hippie girl trying not to annoy the hippie boy. അവൻ അല്പം ദേഷ്യപ്പെട്ടിരിക്കുകയാണ്. അവനെ ശല്യപ്പെടുത്താതെ അവൾ മെല്ലെ നോക്കുകയാണ്. How could I possibly hear him? അതെങ്ങനെ കേൾക്കാൻ സാധിക്കും? I can't hear that because it is very noisy here. How could I possibly hear him? Because the average noise level in this part of the town, ഈ ടൗണിന്റെ ഈ ഭാഗത്തുള്ള average noise level is supposed to be over 120 decibels on an average. ഏതാണ്ട് 120 decibel. 120 decibel എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ നോർമൽ കോൺവെർസേഷൻ ലെവൽ എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് 60 decibel ആണ്. Our normal conversation level, the noise level of the normal human conversation is about 60 decibels. ഈ നമ്മുടെ പുല്ലുവെട്ടി യന്ത്രം അതിൻ്റെ ആണെങ്കിൽ ഇറ്റ് കംസ് ടു അബൌട്ട് 90 decibels. ലോൺ മോവർ 120 എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ ഇപ്പോഴത്തെ വലിയ ഈ നമ്മുടെ ഈ സംഗീത പരിപാടികളുണ്ട്, ആളുകൾ ചേർന്ന് റോക്ക് ഡാൻസ്, റോക്ക് മ്യൂസിക് ആൻഡ് ഓൾ ദോസ് തിങ്സ്, അത് 120 ഡെസിബലാണ്. ആൻഡ് ദാറ്റ് ഈസ് വെരി വെരി ഹാർംഫുൾ, വെരി ഡേഞ്ചറസ്, എ വെരി ഡേഞ്ചറസ് ലെവൽ, 120. So the hippie girl says, how could I possibly hear him? If the boy standing on the roof said something, I couldn't hear that. I couldn't hear what he said because the noise level in the city is very, very high. Very high. It's harmfully high, dangerously high because it's 120 decibels on the average. അപ്പോൾ ഈ ബഹളത്തിനിടയ്ക്ക്, ഈ ടൗണിലെ ഈ സിറ്റിയിലെ ബഹളത്തിനിടയ്ക്ക് എനിക്കത് കേൾക്കാൻ കഴിഞ്ഞില്ല. ആ കുട്ടി അവിടെ നിന്ന് പറഞ്ഞത്, then woman from hell to man from hell, sir, shall I verify the circumstances? ഞാനൊന്ന് പഠിക്കട്ടെ. Shall I verify the circumstances of the scene? Then ma'am, yes, I suppose so. Now, but don't waste too much time over it. But don't waste too much time. You verify it, try to find it out, but don't waste too much time. Now, woman from hell hurries off. അവൾ പെട്ടെന്ന് പോകുന്നു, പഠിക്കാൻ വേണ്ടി പോവാണ്. ഇവിടെ എന്താണ് സംഭവിച്ചത്? She is trying to investigate and verify. Now, stick. വടി, മരിച്ച മനുഷ്യനാണ്. The man who turned into a stick. അത് വടിയുടെ രൂപത്തിലിരിക്കുകയാണ്. ആ വടി പരിതപിക്കുക. To himself. He is talking to himself. That stick is talking to himself. His voice is filled with anguish, anxiety, concern, worries, and all those things. There is no need for it. അതിൻ്റെ ആവശ്യമൊന്നുമില്ല. I can hear everything. ഞാനെല്ലാം കാണുന്നുണ്ട്, കേൾക്കുന്നുണ്ട്. In the grimy little office behind the staircase marked for store employees only. ആ സ്റ്റെയർകേസിന്റെ പുറകിൽ അവിടെ ഒരു സ്ഥലത്ത് എഴുതി വെച്ചിട്ടുണ്ട്, എന്ത്? ഫോർ സ്റ്റോർ എംപ്ലോയീസ് ഓൺലി. എൻ്റെ മോൻ അവിടെ നിൽപ്പുണ്ട്. നിങ്ങൾ പറയുന്നല്ലോ, he has disappeared from the roof railings. He is standing there behind the staircase at the place marked what? For store employees only. My son, scared to death. He is very much frightened. Surrounded by a scabby looking mean security guards. Security guards അവനെ പിടിച്ചുകൊണ്ട് പോയേക്കാണ്. ഈ കുട്ടി അവൻ അവിടെ നിന്ന് ചാടിയാലോ, അവിടെ നിന്ന് കാണാൻ വീണാലോ. So the security guards have caught him and he is behind the stairs at the place marked what? For store employees only. Man from hell to hippie boy. Oh, it is kind of hard to explain. It is hard to explain. ഇതെങ്ങനെയാ നമുക്കിതൊന്ന് വിശദമാക്കുക? But the fact is, പക്ഷേ ഞങ്ങൾക്കിത് ചെയ്യാതിരിക്കാൻ പറ്റില്ല. We have been entrusted. This is our duty for the time being with the custodianship of that stick. ആ സാധനം ഞങ്ങളുടെയാണ്. We are the custodians. We are supposed to keep the stick. We are the custodian. We are supposed to be there because we are from hell. It is our duty because that stick is not an ordinary stick. It is a man. It is a man who has changed into a stick after his death. I wish you would try somehow to understand. മനസ്സിലാക്കുമെന്നാണ് കരുതുന്നത് because we are supposed to be the custodians. Hippie boy, I don't understand nothing. I don't understand anything. I just don't want to understand anything. Hippie girl with a wise look. Oh, this is the age of the generation gap. We are alienated. ഇത് നമ്മൾ തമ്മിൽ പറഞ്ഞാൽ മനസ്സിലാവില്ല because this is all the generation gap. We are, youngsters, the new gen, and you people, you belong to the old generation. So we don't understand each other. We can't easily communicate with each other. Stick again talking to himself in tones of unshakable grief. She's the stick is very much grieved because it is the father of the boy, the father of the boy who was standing there, and he has changed into a stick. In tones of unshakable grief, the child is lodging a complaint. Why? Because he says, I turned into a stick. I turned into a stick and dropped from the roof. I turned into a stick and I fell down. I came hurling down from the rooftop. So the child, my son, is going to register a complaint. Man from hell to hippie boy. Let me ask you a simple question. What do you intend to use the stick for? Now, what is the use of the stick? What is the use of the stick for you? And what are you going to use it for? I'm sure you have any particular aim in mind. I'm sure you don't have any particular purpose, a particular aim in your mind, do you? I'm not interested in aims. A normal reply. A normal reply that can be expected from a hippie. I'm not interested in aims. In aims, I am not bothered about aims. Then hippie girl, that's right. Aims are out of date. Aims are out of date. That's old-fashioned. Aims are old-fashioned. Man from hell. Exactly. Aims don't amount to a hill of beans. It's not much. It doesn't bother. You don't bother. It doesn't matter much. It doesn't amount to a hill of beans. It's nothing. So why can't you let me have it? Now, if it is nothing, why can't you let me have it? Why don't you hand over the stick to me? Because I am supposed to be the custodian. It isn't doing you any good. You don't have any use for it. All it is a stick of wood. All it is a stick of wood. But as far as we are concerned, so for you, it is useless. But as far as we are concerned, it's a valuable item of evidence relating to a certain person. Because it is evidence. Evidence relating to a particular person. Because this is not an ordinary stick as far as we are concerned. This is a man who has turned into a stick after death. So to us, it is something very valuable. But for you, it is just a wooden piece of stick. Hippie girl dreamily. But one should have a few. People don't have enough. One should have a few. A few what? Because they were talking about aims. Enough what? Aims. Now, man from hell, you are making too much of nothing. You are, making a mountain of a molehill. You are exaggerating things. Making too much of nothing. Making a mountain of a molehill. You are exaggerating things. It is bad for your health. It is not good. It is not advisable for you to want something that really doesn't exist. To want something. Why are you bothered about aims? Because you don't have it. The uncertainty you feel at the thought you haven't got any aims, the uncertainty. When you don't have any aims, there is a sort of an uncertainty. അനിശ്ചിതത്വം ലക്ഷ്യമില്ലാതിരിക്കുമ്പോൾ മനസ്സിലുണ്ടാകുന്ന അനിശ്ചിതത്വം അത് കൂടുതൽ പ്രാധാന്യമാണ്. Your mental anguish, your worries, and the thought you have lost track of whatever aims you once had, they are a lot better proof that you are there in that particular spot than any aim I can think of. That is true, isn't it? So that is not important. Hippie girl to hippie boy. How about a kiss? How about a kiss? Hippie boy gives her a cold sidelong. Then he gives her a very sharp look. I don't feel like it. തോന്നുന്നില്ല. Hippie girl, you don't have to put on such airs with me. Oh, ഇത്രയും വലിയ ഭാവം, ഇത്രയും വലിയ നാട്യമൊന്നും വേണ്ട എൻ്റെ മുമ്പിൽ. നമ്മൾ തമ്മിൽ ഇത്രയും വലിയ നാടകമൊന്നും വേണ്ട. I don't want to. Come on. I told you, lay off the euphoria. Don't be too happy. Don't be too much excited. Euphoria. Hippie girl. അങ്ങനെ ഉണ്ടെങ്കിൽ എൻ്റെ പുറവൻ ചൊറിഞ്ഞ് you scratch my back. Then hippie boy, your back? Scratch your back? Me scratching your back? Then the hippie girl, അവൾ മെല്ലെ കുനിഞ്ഞ് ഇതങ്ങോട്ട് ഉയർത്തി കൊടുക്കുന്നു. She just raises one. The hippie girl bends over hippie boy's direction and lifts back her collar. ആ കോളർ ഉയർത്തിയിട്ട് കൊടുക്കുന്നു. അവൻ എന്ത് ചെയ്യുന്നു? The hippie boy with an air of great reluctance. മനസ്സില്ലാ മനസ്സോടെ reluctance. Thrusts. ആ വടി ഉടുപ്പിനകത്തോട്ട് ഇറങ്ങുന്നു. Thrusts the stick down into her collar and moves the stick around inside her dress, scratching her back. അവളുടെ പുറം മെല്ലെ ചൊറിഞ്ഞു കൊടുക്കുന്നു. Then more to the left. അതാണ്ട് ഇടതുവശത്തോട്ട്. More to the left. Yes, that's right. അവിടെ. നമ്മൾ സാധാരണ മനുഷ്യന്മാർ പ്രത്യേകിച്ചും കുറച്ച് ദിവസം ഈ പുറമൊക്കെ തേക്കാതിരിക്കുമ്പോഴത്തേക്ക് അവിടെ ചൊറിയുമ്പോൾ ഒരു സുഖം ഉണ്ടാവും, മസാജിന്റെ സുഖം ഉണ്ടാവും. More to the left. Yes. അവിടെ. That's right there. Hippie boy puts out the stick and hands it to hippie girl. Now you scratch me. ഒരു കാര്യം ചെയ്യും. നിന്നെ ഞാൻ I scratched your back. Now you scratch me. He bends over toward hippie girl. Hippie girl, you don't mean it from heart. തമാശ പറയല്ലേ. Now, all the same, she immediately gives way. She just gets ready. She becomes willing to scratch his back and thrust the stick down the back of hippie's collar. ആ കോളറിനകത്തൂടെ ആ വടി. They used the same stick, don't forget. Yes, is this the place? ഇവിടെയാണോ? Then yes, there. And അവിടെ മൊത്തം. Everywhere else. Everywhere. Then hippie boy twisting his body. എന്തൊരു സുഖം. Twisting his body. He says, twisting his body and emitting like this. It feels like I haven't had a bath. Wait some time. കുറച്ച് ദിവസമായി കുളിച്ചിട്ടെന്ന് തോന്നുന്നു. Because it's good. I'm delighted that when you scratch my back. Then hippie girl throwing down the stick. Hippie girl throws down the stick. You egotist. You selfish boy. Man from hell, very smartly, nimbly, jumps between the two of them and attempts to grab the stick. അവളെ തെറിഞ്ഞു. ആ സമയത്ത് he just pounces. Man from hell pounces on it and he tries to grab the stick. But hippie boy brushes his hand away. തട്ടി മാറ്റുന്നു. Brushes his hand away and picks up the stick again. Now, man from hell, look, my friend, I am willing to make a deal with you. നമുക്കൊരു കച്ചവടം ഉറപ്പിക്കാം. How much will you charge for letting me have the stick? എന്ത് വേണം ഇതിന്? Instantly, hippie girl, full of life. $1. Man from hell, $1? For a stick of wood like this? Forget it. Not even for $2. Not even for $2. രണ്ടിന് പോലും തരില്ല. Now hippie girl to hippie boy in a low voice, reproachfully, ശകാരിക്കുന്നു. Just she just admonishes him. She scolds him reproachfully. You can find any number of sticks just like this one if you really want it. ഇതുപോലെ എത്ര എണ്ണം കിട്ടും നമുക്ക്? ഇതുപോലെ എത്രയോ കിട്ടും. കൊടുത്തേക്കുന്ന man from hell, $1 will keep you in cigarettes for a while. This is enough for $1 is enough to buy a lot of cigarettes for you, because they were very chain smokers. The hippies, they used to smoke. Hippie boy, me and this stick, ഞാനും ഈ വടിയും, we understand each other. I don't know why. We understand each other. There is a sort of emotional intimacy, attachment. I don't know why. We have started liking each other. I can't part with it. ഇത് വിട്ടുകളയാൻ തോന്നുന്നില്ല. ഒരടുപ്പമുണ്ടായി. Then he strikes a pose, holding the end of his stick in his hand like this. He strikes a pose. Hippie girl with scorn in her voice. Oh, you look alike. രണ്ടും ഒരുപോലെ ഇരിക്കുന്നു. You look alike. You resemble each other. Like twins. Like doubles. Oh, you look like a remarkable resemblance. കൊള്ളാം. നന്നായിരിക്കുന്നു. രണ്ടുപേരും ചേട്ടനും അനിയനും രണ്ടുപേരും ഇരട്ട കുട്ടികളെ പോലെ. You look alike. That is a photostat copy of another one. Oh, exactly. Very nice. You look like twins. You resemble. You have a lot of resemblance, between each other. Right. You look alike. A remarkable resemblance. Now hippie boy staring at the stick. So we look alike, do we? Oh, അപ്പം ഞങ്ങൾ രണ്ടുപേരും കണ്ട ഒരുപോലെ ഇരിക്കും അല്ലേ? Me and the stick. Very nice. Okay, thank you for the comment. He says, I think we'll call it a day. Shall we stop here?